Hi guys, it's Patrice with Anyhow Food and Gifts. So, today I'm going to be making a cheesecake. I'm making a ready crust cheesecake, which is the cheapest option that I offer. I also offer 9-inch cheesecakes and 10-inch cheesecakes if you wanted to order that. But today's order was a ready crust cheesecake, so that's what I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making a plain ready crust with a Oreo crust. Ingredients and what I'm working with. So we've got our cream cheese, and my cream cheese of preference is Philadelphia cream cheese. That's pretty much all I use. Then we've got our ready crust, and today's ready crust is the Oreo one. Then we've also got our other ingredients and our lovely recipe here and our hand mixer. I usually use the hand mixer for my smaller cream cheeses or my smaller cheesecakes. And I also offer a 9-inch and a 10-inch cheesecake, as well as the ready crust, in case you wanted to order one, in pretty much any variety that you like. But if it's a larger order, then I'll go ahead and use the KitchenAid stand mixer. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this stuff combined. I'll be back momentarily. Alright, so here's our first portion. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get that blended. Oh, I love this hand mixer. Just got this one because my old one decided to break. So this is the Black & Decker hand mixer. The Black & Decker Helix hand mixer. And it blends so well. So, be back soon. Alright, so we've got that pretty blended. So, after I scrape down the sides, the next move is going to be to add our next ingredient, which is eggs, and get that blended. Then we will stick it in the oven and let it bake. Be back soon. Alright, so we have gotten everything off the sides and added our next ingredient. So we're going to be adding 2. So we've got to blend this just until the egg is mixed, then add the second egg. Then we can pour it into our crust and put it in the oven. And just so you guys know, a ready crust cheesecake is pretty quick, but you still have to bake it depending on what type of cheesecake you're making. I prefer the baked kind, but you may not. But if you go with the ready crust cheesecake, it's a little bit faster and a little bit easier, but it is still a real cheesecake. And it still tastes just as good. But if you do that, it's a little bit of a way to save time if you're short on time, or if you just have something like your kids told you that there is a bake sale last minute, that sort of thing. You can always just grab a few ingredients, whip it together, and be done. And we'll be back shortly. And we see here how this is blending up so nicely. So now we've got to add the second egg, and then we'll be ready to pour. Alright, so here's our second egg. So we're going to go ahead and get that blended. Then we'll be ready to pour. Be right back. And we're just getting this egg blended in here. Just so smooth. This hand mixer is amazing. Alright, so we are done with our blending, and we are going to get everything off of these beaters. And see how nice and smooth that is. That's the consistency that you want. You don't want it to still be kind of solid. So it's best to start off with softened cream cheese. You let it sit out of the refrigerator for a little bit. Otherwise, it'll be hard for it to break up. Not the greatest camera woman. I'm gonna work on that. Alright, so we've got all of that. So now we're gonna pour it into there. Then after we finish that, we will scrape the sides. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and scrape the sides. Be back in a minute. Alright, so we have finished that. We're gonna go ahead and give that a little shake. Just to help any bubbles get out. Then we're going to stick it in the oven. Be back in a sec. Alright, so we've got it in the oven. So we're going to let it bake. Then we'll be back for it. Some people prefer to put their things on a cookie sheet. I don't typically do that because I feel that it bakes faster without it. So we'll be back. Alright guys, and we're back. So the cheesecake is finished. You could tell that they're done when you jiggle them, and it only jiggles a little in the center, but other than that it should be pretty firm. So now we're going to take it out and we're going to let this bad boy cool off. Alright, so we're going to let that cool, and that is a cheesecake with a ready crust. Alright, see you guys next time. Remember, this is Anyhow Food and Gifts.